violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
We also have breaking news out of Pittsburgh. 2 young people have died in a shooting on the city's north side. Both victims are young men under the age of 18. 9 others were shot and several others were hurt when they jumped out of windows to escape the shooting.
Woo! So, house party in Pittsburgh in the community. Thrown by the community, and it gets shot up. Not surprising, okay? I tell you guys all the time, unless it's a college event at a PWI, not an HBCU, but at a PWI, you don't really want to pull up to these community house parties. They're going to get shot up. I would say it's a 50-50 chance. It's a 50-50 chance. So it goes down, okay? It can go down in an instant at these house parties because you got rivaling super gremlins who have ops here and ops there. Like I said, we're in an op culture. Everybody just wants to have an op just to say, oh, I got ops. You know what I'm saying? So when you pull up to a party and it's in the community and it's full of super gremlins on demon time, this is what you should expect.
Police say this happened at a party in an Airbnb in the East Allegheny neighborhood. About 200 people were in the home at the time, most of them underage.
There were other multiple injuries from people jumping out of windows and running, broken bones, etc. So we're processing the scene, doing the best that we can. It's a major crime scene.
Investigators are collecting evidence from as many as 8 scenes spanning several blocks in that Airbnb neighborhood. No word yet on any possible suspects.
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. Y'all gotta go. We gotta go. Oh my gosh.
So this is some footage. It's very blurry. You can't really see much, but the super gremlins were lighting it up. They were shooting inside of the house in the middle of a party. This is crazy.
We about to shoot. No, we gotta go. We got to go. I'm about to.
You hear the terror. You hear the fear. This is what it is, man. We are in a bad space right now. Okay, as a community, we're in a bad space, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the types of guys who do these types of things, most likely they're out on parole, they're out on bond, they're out on some type of supervised release, and this is what they do, man. This is what they do. They get out and then do the same exact thing, if not worse, than what they did to get locked up. It's a damn shame, man. This is a damn shame. Sisters, get y'all kids.
We know many of the people at that party were underage, and tonight the Pittsburgh Public School District says it is modifying the school day tomorrow as a result. Channel 11's Michelle Chavez continues our live team coverage from the north side. Michelle.
Well, Ryan, there is still no one in custody, and that's what we're waiting on right now as police continue their search for the suspect or suspects in this mass shooting from this Airbnb from early Sunday morning. Chaos erupting inside of an Airbnb in Pittsburgh's North Side neighborhood after a party with close to 200 people, including several minors, turned deadly.
This shouldn't have happened, and we're sick about it, and we're going to do everything we can to get those responsible for it.
Police confirming multiple weapons fired, nearly 100 shots early Sunday morning. So far, police say there are a total of 10 shooting victims. 2 of them, both still kids, died from gunshot wounds.
Wow. And like I said, you're not going to hear about this on the mainstream media. These are not the mass shootings that they like to cover. If it involves a super gremlin on Demon Time, then that's what they're gonna do. Okay, they're gonna silence the story, and you're not gonna hear much about it. And it's sad, it's unfortunate, and that's pretty much why this is gonna continue to happen. If you go back and look at these mass shootings, you will see that majority of these mass shootings are perpetrated by these super gremlins on Demon Time.
Police are also saying 5 other people were hurt from trying to escape the chaos.
You had people who were fleeing, just trying to get out of there. You had officers and medics who were trying to attend to victims that they found, and then we had additional 5 victims who were injured due to whether jumping from windows, falling down steps, or just trying to seek cover and get out of the area, and were injured.
Pittsburgh Public Schools confirming 4 of their students were injured, prompting a modified lockdown for schools Monday. Police also say the impact of this incident is far-reaching.
This is traumatizing to our officers who didn't heed when a call came in for multiple shots fired.
And now, as videos circulate on social media, police are combing through evidence as the search for possible suspects continues.
But this is our priority, and we're not going to sleep until we get who did this.
And police continue to investigate what exactly led up to this mass shooting. Moments ago, we saw investigators out here with flashlights continuing to investigate. UPMC also confirmed to us recently that they are treating 2 patients from this shooting. As we learn more, we'll be sure to share it with you on air and online. For now, live on the North Side, Michelle Chavez, Channel 11 News.
Jaiden Brown's mom was too upset to talk, but his uncle says he was about to turn 18 and graduate from Woodland Hills High School. We also talked with his mentor, who says he's absolutely heartbroken.
His energy was great. Everybody loved him, and he became, very well liked in the community. And so, to see.
You mean the community?
This happened to him was really heartbreaking as well, because he had a very bright future.
Lee Davis says he knew Jaiden Brown as a child and reconnected with him years later as a teen through a program called HOOP, a coalition of families from the Woodland Hills School District that have lost someone to gun violence.
It's gut-wrenching. It's like being punched in the gut, and, there is no, for the moms out there that have gone through this, I can't even explain, or I don't know how this feels, but I can only imagine. And, my heart goes out to them, and they're always in my prayers.
Davis says he also mentored the other victim in Sunday's mass shooting, Mathew Steffy Ross. Ross was a 17-year-old, his family telling me they're not ready to talk about the loss.
I've been to over 100 funerals in the 17 years I've been doing this work. And, I thought I was all cried out, but when I seen what happened to Jaiden and, Matt, the tears just came all over again, and it just hurt my heart. Like it was the first time I ever went through this, so it doesn't get any easier.
Davis says that's why he will continue to work with young people and get in front of gun violence. He also tells parents.
Whoa, I gotta stop you there, Ashley. Gotta stop you there. Gun violence? Really? No. This is the Super Gremlins on Demon Time.
Parents to be open and honest with their kids. Ashley Zilka, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo.
Whoa.
Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
that
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit
that's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jaiden Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Gun violence has truly become an epidemic.
And sadly, we are seeing more and more young people who are dying. According to a police spokesperson, there have already been 23 homicides in the city of Pittsburgh so far this year, and 4 of those people who were killed were under the age of 18. Our team coverage continues with Channel 11's Gabriella DeLuca.
And she's live at the scene of the shooting with what we know about the young victims. Gabriella.
David and Lisa, I want you to take a look at the home where this all happened. I'm going to step out so you can see what has changed since the last time we were here. A window now boarded up. You can see where it was busted through, shattered glass. And then on the front porch of the home, you can see a bouquet of flowers and a couple other flowers there.
And this is an Airbnb, so that means that it's somebody's business. So they have to shut down all because of these irresponsible super gremlins who shot up the party. Like I said, there's a song that's real popular in the A right now. Because I was in the club the other day and they were playing it in the strip club. And I'm like, who sings this song? It's like, we shoot up your party. Like it was like, it was like a fun type song. But in the lyrics, he's saying, oh, we shoot up your party. I'm like, damn it. I'm trying to figure out who that is. I can't even find the song. But this is what's being bragged about. This is the demon time activities that are being bragged about.
Today, we have learned more about the 2 teenage boys who were killed at this party here. This is 17-year-old Jaiden Brown, one of the teenagers who was shot and killed at this weekend's mass shooting. It happened at a massive house party at an Airbnb in the East Allegheny section of the North Side. His family tells us he was about to turn 18 and went to Woodland Hills High School. The superintendent sent a notice to students, staff, and parents that said in part, "Let us extend our deepest sympathies to the family impacted by this senseless violence. We all, as educators and parents, feel the pain of this unimaginable loss." The other teenager who died was Mathew Steffy Ross, who lived in Pittsburgh. He was a student at Grace Non-Traditional Christian Academy, and the school CEO told us it was a pleasure to know Mathew. She says he was kind, compassionate, and loved music.
So Mathew went to a Christian school, and he was hanging out with, I guess he got invited to the party. And I get it, man. You know, high school parties, they were lit, for real. But dang, it's heartbreaking, man.
And it's a tragedy that his life was cut so short. 8 others were shot that night, and 5 people had other injuries from trying to escape the building. We have showed you terrifying video of partygoers who were trying to escape the Airbnb after someone started firing dozens and dozens of rounds.
I mean, it was rapid fire. It wasn't just a little bit of fire. It was bang, 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 bang. We looked out the window, and people were running out the door and screaming, yelling, crying.
Dang, look at that crowd. Super Gremlins really know how to clear a crowd. They need to do that when Black Lives Matter protesting and blocking up the streets.
Some broke windows and jumped from the second floor.
You're in that second floor and you have to make a decision like, I'm going to jump out of a second floor window and like break through glass and stuff like that. That's just like, that is a really, really scary situation.
Throughout the day, we have seen a number of people drive by, some get out, taking pictures. Around the corner, you can still see caution tape and bullet holes inside the building, on the outside of the building coming in.
Right, Mike, we can tell you that new information is that police have now confirmed that there was an officer at this home on the north side an hour and a half before the shooting happened. That all coming down today as police continue to search for suspects.
So it looks like an officer pulled up. Maybe they got a noise complaint, whatnot. And he probably told him, hey, keep it down. You got neighbors. It's not cool that y'all banging this loud music. The bass thumping and everybody screaming and hollering and getting twerk and, you know, sweating up in here. Just keep it down. 30 minutes later, the Super Gremlins shoot the party up.
We know Pittsburgh is a special place, and you know we can count on one another to do that.
That was Pittsburgh Police Chief Scott Schubert speaking yesterday about the need for folks to come forward and help in this investigation. Surveillance video from a nearby home shows dozens scattering from the scene as those shots rang out. Today, police not providing an additional update on the investigation, but did confirm an officer was at the home for a noise complaint. It was called in just before 11 o'clock Saturday night.
Told you. A glider probably in their foot like, you know, I don't want to seem racist, but there's loud commotion in the house next to mine. I believe that my neighbors, they Airbnb, and they're throwing this loud, crazy party, and there's a lot of super gremlins in the streets and yelling and stuff. Could you guys just come through and make sure that they don't get too rowdy? I don't want to ruin their fun, but like, damn. Then they go ahead and shoot the party up.
122 Madison, code 4.
Copy, code 4 from Madison, 2302. 120, you can disregard.
122, they were advised to turn down, back.
Copy, 2306.
Now, Pittsburgh police saying that officer was not able to see the amount of people in the home because most of them were on the second floor, basically because of the setup of this home. Police say the officer asked for the owner of the home, and a male came to the door and was warned to keep the volume down or police would be back to shut down the party. The shooting happened about an hour and a half after that first call. Reporting live on the north side, Jim Adelinsky, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
This is Channel 11, WPXI Tonight.
It just really was turning everything around that we would ask a 17-year-old child to do.
A local school district remembering a young man killed at a party over the weekend. The Woodland Hills superintendent says his district is trying to heal after a loss of one of their own.
17-year-old Jaiden Brown was supposed to graduate this year. Instead, he's now being remembered as a rising star. Channel 11's Amy Hudak was the only TV reporter there tonight and joins us live. And Amy, this has been a challenging week.
A really emotionally heavy week with the loss of Jaiden Brown, who was a senior here at Woodland Hills High School. Tonight, the superintendent says the district, families, students, the whole community is mourning, and while they are hurting, they're also healing. Jaiden Brown was weeks shy of graduating from Woodland Hills High School.
He was so focused on graduation, and he was working very hard recently, especially, to make sure that he was going to be able to walk across the stage and receive a diploma.
The 17-year-old, one of two teens murdered at a party on the north side in the early morning hours of Easter Sunday. 9 others were wounded by the nearly 140 rounds in seemingly every direction. Dr. Castagna says he's sickened by how common gun
140 rounds. They got the 30 round drums, 50 round drums, extendo clips. I'm telling you, these super gremlins, are on demon time.
Murdered at a party on the north side in the early morning hours of Easter Sunday. 9 others were wounded by the nearly 140 rounds in seemingly every direction. Dr. Castagna says he's sickened by how common gun violence has become among kids and teens.
It's all you hear about, and it's all children. It's, you know, kids under 18.
Okay, what kind of children? You know, this is the BS. They're kids, they're teens, they're just kids, they're just children. God, no. They're super gremlins on demon time.
17, 16, 15 years old.
His message to students is get the support you need, lean on those who are there to help, and keep yourself out of situations with the potential of turning dangerous.
Okay, so I like that last one. Keep yourself out of situations that have the potential to turn dangerous. What does he mean by that? What does that mean? Well, over here at Black Gen Z Mindset, we are going to decode the doublespeak. And he's essentially saying, stay away from the community. Stay away from large gatherings of super gremlins. Okay? Stay away from demon time.
Use this as a teachable moment. Use this as something where we can keep his legacy and his memory in a positive way to prevent future behaviors. Be a leader. Be a leader to your friends. Be a leader to your community. Help prevent this next issue from happening. They can do it way more than we can.
Dr. Castagna says we need to do a better job as a community to identify those that are...
Whoa. We need to do a better job as a community. Look, this is the community's job. This is the community's job. Let me repeat. This is all the community, but you're probably not going to hear much. No snitch, street code. No snitch, street code. The ever-changing, ever-evolving street code. Nobody's going to say anything. Okay? These super gremlins are on demon time.
Dr. Castagna says we need to do a better job as a community to identify those that are high risk for violence so we can intervene and make sure that we course correct before something turns into what we saw early Sunday morning. We're live at Woodland Hills High School. Amy Hudak, Channel 11.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.